I mean, the guys have been playing with a lot of emotion and intent, but when you get Joe Musgrove back, it takes another level. You get your cornerstone of the club back. Guy that's, means a lot to this club in a lot of different areas. And he was tremendous tonight. I said before the game, worth repeating, my respect for Joe has always been really high, and admired him from even across the field, even back when he was coming through the ranks. You just tell he has a special gift, and how he competed as well. But I really, my admiration went through the roof with Joe. During the time he was down, he could easily disconnect it from the team. He's going to work hard. Joe, that's a staple for Joe. So he took his rehab. I don't take that for lightly either. He took his rehab extremely serious, very dedicated to it, which has allowed him to get back tonight. But he also really stepped up and continued to be a force in the clubhouse, and a positive example and a role model, and a guy that pours wisdom into people, and I'm grateful for that as well. But now we got to see him go throw tonight, and he was fantastic. I mean, he was in that 60-65 pitch range, and really everything looked good. I loved his tempo. Typical Joe, he's attacking guys, made a lot of quality pitches, and was able to grabbing out in the fifth. So good for him, good for us to have Joe back.
Despite the time that he missed, it seemed as though he had pretty good command of the entire repertoire. It looked like everything was being used effectively tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he did. It was everything was good. Changeup was good. Heater was good, had a life to it, throwing it where he wanted to. Misses were small. Curveball was there. Slider was good. We felt good about all his bullpens. Most importantly, he's felt good about him. He had a simulated game in Arizona, and then he had the rehab assignment, and it felt good, and everything pointed towards him coming back, and trusting him about how he felt and how he was throwing the ball and all his pitches working. So he was right.
What'd you think of that catch? What was your view on it at the end of the game?
Yeah, I had a pretty good view on it. He got a good beat on it immediately. Came off the bat, and clearly it's getting in some space. But I had a really good view actually, and he got a great beat on it. You could tell his jump was great, his route was great, and there's no question about his determination and his ability to catch it. So it was a, as they would say, hang a gold star on it.
If you could expand on Estrada a little bit, you've got these back end pieces you've gotten, but clearly it's going to be very important for you. He's reaching a point where he's pitched a lot, for a young guy. Just how important was that tonight for him?
Oh, it's important. I mean, listen, he's got experience pitching through full season, so it's not like he hadn't done it. But clearly, this is a different level for him. And him and Maury Hone, I don't want to bucket them both, but they're similar in this situation. And some nights, with certain guys down, they're going to go back to a role that they've already established and have success with, which is pitching the 7th and 8th. Now they can still pitch in those innings. Tonight it was the 7th for Estrada, and so he's got that experience, knows he's done it well. So just doing more of the same, going out and trusting your stuff, and continuing to prepare and be aggressive, and do what he did tonight. I'll tell you one thing that I got to bring up though is bogeys at bats. Let's go back. I mean, Jackson's clearly deserving of the National Player of the Week. But the at-bat that Bogey had to set up the at-bat by Jackson was just an absolute tough at-bat, warrior bat against a tough righty, and just fought off and battled. Same thing tonight. He's down in a count. Got a guy on third, nothing game, man. And, these guys are, do a lot of great things for us, and sometimes we come to expect it, but I don't want to take it for granted. Bogey's at-bat was phenomenal and did a nice job, and Higgy, a lot to be said about his at-bat as well. So just one of those guys to be recognized. Yep.